Hey guys, I'm back again with another tutorial. I know it's been quite a while, but I have been super busy with Black Friday and everything else in between. But today I'm back and I'm going to be doing a holiday themed look. I feel like during the last few weeks, I have primarily focused on tips. So I wanted to do a tutorial today showing you guys how to use forms and how to create super cool nail art. A lot of people are usually intimidated by forms just because they seem a little more complicated. But I promise you, they're a lot easier than what most people think. For today's look, it's going to be a simple candy cane themed look. So I'm going to use a clear acrylic that has been mixed with a little bit of glitter. You can pretty much mix this yourself at home. Any type of glitter will work. I like to kind of keep a super simple, sparkly, clear glitter. I'm not a really big fan on using silver glitter for these type of looks. So this is more like one of those translucent, sparkly, iridescent glitters. You can pretty much find these things anywhere. Sally's has them, maybe Walmart. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. But anywhere that has an iridescent glitter you can use for just mixing with your clear acrylic to kind of get this look. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and apply my product, let it dry, and remove it. Some people like to go ahead and continue doing their design from here. I personally get bothered if the shape of my nail isn't perfect from the beginning. So right after I remove my form, I go right ahead into shaping the sides of it. I like to feel like I'm working on a super neat canvas. All of us are different and there really isn't a right or wrong way to do this. I guess it just all falls down to a personal preference. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of nude acrylic. You guys have heard me say this 1,000 times. I do not like the color of the natural nail, so you're always going to see me cover it with some form of nude. In this particular case, I used one of our nudes from the Nuni Torres collection. You guys can find this on our website. I'm going to blend this in, and then once I blend it in, I'm going to come in and just start adding in my design. I'm going to use a little bit of a glitter for the background before I come in and add my candy cane. Now, these little candy cane stickers that you're about to see me use, I got it right off of Amazon. If you guys don't know about Amazon, it's a really cool website. I have the app on my phone, which you can find a lot of like cool nail art, I guess like pieces and decors. They don't really have much options as far as glitter, so I personally would recommend that you guys find yourself like a supplier on Instagram. But like things like little candy cane, Fimo canes, foils, nail art decors, those are all really good. But their glitter mixes, I feel like they're very generic and not really well thought out. But that's just my personal opinion. But I feel like for everything else, they're amazing. Okay, so the very next step that I'm going to do is apply some clear acrylic once I'm done finalizing all of my designs. Now, remember, when you're applying a clear acrylic over surfaces such as this, which as you can see, these little pearls are not flat, so it's not going to be easy to apply acrylic over I guess a bumpy and lumpy surface. Make sure that your first pearl is a little bit more on the wet side, just so it kind of like slips into all the nooks and crannies. I'm not sure if I'm really explaining that right. When your clear acrylic is a little bit more on the drier side, it has a tendency to not, I guess, go into those little nooks and crannies. And it takes the look from being three-dimensional to almost opaque and flat. But it's only when you're working with surfaces such as this where you have like a lot of different surfaces, because the glitter is one texture, the foils are one texture, the candy canes are a different texture, and then these little white pearls are like a different texture. So it's like you kind of want to create your own smooth surface, and it's really important. It's actually really crucial that you don't apply your pearls too dry, because it's just going to mess everything up. So just pay attention to that. You don't want them super wet either to where they're just going to flood the cuticles, but just keep that in mind. Okay, so anyway, we are already applying our pearl number 2, and then we're just going to finish it off with our pearl number 3 and move on to the next step. Okay, so the very next step after we apply our final pearl is going to be to let this dry and come in with our file and our buffer. I'm not going to do the electric nail file today on this particular video. just because of the fact that it's already a long video and I don't want to make it even longer. So you can use your electric nail file, or you can just go ahead and use a hand file if you're trained in, you know, either or, because some people prefer to use hand file, some prefer to use the electric file. I personally like to use both, but in this particular video, we're just going to skip right over to the hand file and hand buff. Right after we finish buffing this, we're going to go ahead and dust it off. And normally you would apply some cuticle oil at this point, but obviously this is a fake hand, so it doesn't need to be moisturized. So we're just gonna go ahead and skip right over to the gel top coat. I'm gonna cure this for about 120 seconds, and then voila, you get the final look. Thanks for watching, guys. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this look, and go ahead and recreate it. And don't forget to tag me, guys. Take care.